Welcome.
Hello.
How's it going, Grant?
Going well.
813-90 Bubba, 813-90 BUBBA. Trade deadline is, I believe it ends 4 o'clock Eastern time.
4 Eastern? All right.
Yeah, I think so. I'm 99% sure. I know there's been a couple trades here, which we'll get to at the end of the show. We'll wrap them all up here.
Maybe the Bucs will do something by then. I doubt it.
Doubt it, but you never know.
You never know. They could go for a pass rusher or a middle linebacker.
That would be nice, but they're not big into the trade.
No, which is fine. I trust the GM and the organization. They make good decisions.
Brian Light.
Jason Light.
Jason Light. Damn, I'm still with the names. Jason Light has made a lot of questionable decisions, early on, but a lot of them seem to work out, and obviously the team after Brady seem to be rolling. Yeah,
as a Bucs fan, I was back in 2019. I was kind of seeing the pieces come together. Where I remember telling people at the gym, I'm like, I really think Brady and Belichick are getting divorced, and Jameis's contract is ending, and it's going to be like, this is an attractive place to be with Prime Evans and Prime Godwin, and it worked out.
Yeah, I was happy when Jameis was done. I mean, everyone likes his personality and likes to watch what he does, but I don't like watching him on Sundays.
Yeah, I'm a Jameis appreciator because I liked Jameis before it was cool, because I thought he would give his – you know how I love tough quarterbacks. I think Jameis is tough as shit. And I think Jameis would give his left arm to win a football game. I think Jameis cared more about winning than he did about his own stats. It just didn't work out here. So
I agree with you on that. His character and his personality, I believe he loves the team.
He loved the team. He played to win.
Yes, he plays to win, which you like. But the problem is that sometimes that just doesn't do it for you if you don't have the talent. But –
well, he had the talent. It's a really hard position. It's an incredibly hard position. Yeah, it's incredibly hard.
What do you know about that?
Nothing. And not at that level, but
I was kidding.
I know, but I was serious.
Oh yeah, but I mean, listen, I watched you when you were on the Storm. I mean, I saw you just completely dominate the Arena Football League.
Oh, yeah.
You took it by storm.
Good one.
You like that?
But anyway, back to the Bucs GM. I think I speak for a lot of Bucs fans when we got the Brady years, and we knew you're going to put yourself in a cap conundrum after the Brady years, and he's navigated these last 3 years phenomenally. I thought we were going to be terrible, which I was fine with because, hey, we won a Super Bowl, we went all in, it worked out, and I was completely fine with going to be bad for 3 or 4 years, but the rebuilding period has been great.
A lot of people were at the time it was going to be like when we kind of, quote-unquote, sold the future for the Dungy Gruden era. They thought once Gruden was done, we got older guys, we started trading away, and we did get Raheem back. It was like, we're done. That's what they thought was going to happen with Bowles, and once Brady was gone, and we were going to go kind of in this like lull, and we were going to lose Mike Evans, or he was trade him, and all these different things, and obviously it worked out, and they're playing hot, So talk about the NFL after the college, because I have just been mystified of all a lot of upsets of teams that I really have grown, because Grant, I actually have to give it to you. You have made me have more of a passion for not only Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night football.
Yeah.
Mainly Tuesday, Wednesday. The small teams, the smaller teams. And it's almost like when watching college basketball, in my opinion, these smaller teams where they have these players, and nowadays they're getting picked off, and so you're seeing these guys at Kennesaw State that probably will be playing for Ohio State and now Indiana or different things like that, and just seeing them and seeing the talent, and it's good. It's fun football to watch, but also BYU, Georgia Tech, these different teams, and kind of investing in those, and just seeing the upsets.
Yeah, and now Georgia Tech's on the other end of it.
Exactly.
But no, it's fun. The weeknight football. So weekday CUSA is over, and now it's MACtion starting in November. So we've got some stuff coming up. But let's start recapping last week. Our man Joe, hopefully he calls back. I told you, man, it was Texas State, JMU. I had JMU. The lock of the year was JMU minus I think 4.5.
And I swept that. I swept Tuesday and Wednesday night.
Nice. Who else did you took?
Who was it? Kennesaw State, I think it was.
Okay, yeah.
I think that was the Tuesday. Yeah, I took Kennesaw. I can't talk. Kennesaw State in the over and the points win. I took James Madison point and the over win. So by Tuesday night, and those were good. Kennesaw State, great game to watch. James Madison. It was a little scary in the beginning. I think it was 28-20 at halftime.
Texas State was moving the ball really, really well.
Texas State looked a lot better than I expected them to play that first half.
They've lost 3 very, very close games this year, and they do have a good young coach. G.J. Kinney's a good coach.
But third quarter came out, James Madison just turned it on.
JMU's really good. Their only loss was a good loss at Louisville where they lost 28-14, but a very competitive game. JMU's another one who is still in the hunt for that playoff spot from the non-power schools.
And then Wednesday, I took Jacksonville State, got the points. I think it was like 2 or 3 points.
Okay.
And in the over and under, Jacksonville State looked good. I felt bad for Middle Tennessee because they've been in a lot of close games. I do feel bad for that quarterback now.
Been a long time.
Vatito or whatever his name is.
Nick Fadiato.
But Jacksonville State is a better team. And Missouri State, another team that I never thought
just came up.
Yeah. And
they got another win.
They so that was my sweep. I did not do the Thursday night.
The Coastal Carolina Marshall game was a good atmosphere. Coastal's got a good football atmosphere down there. I say down there, but it's up there.
Yeah.
But they got the surf turf and they got a good nice stadium. They draw well, and they got a good win. They dominated the second half over Marshall. And then UTSA, who comes on Thursday here to Raymond James to play USF, put a hurting on Tulane.
Yeah.
Which was that's good. Now everybody in the American, because North Texas beat Navy, so everyone in the American now has one loss, which I believe USF does control their own destiny now to make the conference championship. Who knows if they would be hosting, but they will be in it if they win the last 4 games.
Which would be huge. Yeah, yep. UTSA did look. I was surprised in Tulane.
Tulane was a no-show. They did not play well. And Owen McCown, 31 out of 33 for 370. That is unreal. Josh McCown's son had an unreal game. That's his. I mean, in college they don't do the perfect QB ratings.
Yeah.
But that would be a perfect QB rating. That would be a 158.3.
That's insane.
And, yeah, it was incredible. And he was for the season. His numbers weren't that great. They were solid, but that game was unbelievable. For the season, he was completing. Now he's up to 67.5, but before that game, he was in the low 60s, and then he completes 93% of passes. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they got that win.
Yeah,
UTSA.
That'll wake USF up.
Yes, exactly.
That'll wake USF up.
Because I thought before the UTSA Tulane game, I was like, yeah, UTSA, it's going to be just a mid-level,
correct,
American school that not really too worried about it.
Mm-hmm.
And they looked like they were world beaters against Tulane.
They look great. And Thursday night, hopefully you just get a good crowd at Raymond James. And
Sports Center.
Let's get the Bulls their 7th win and keep them in the hunt for the conference championship and the playoffs.
Sports Center is going to be on campus.
I saw that
Thursday.
You headed up there, Lummy?
Ashley was talking to me about maybe going up there trying to get a little content, just kind of
might as well
just see what's going on.
Might as well.
I mean, yeah, might as well. I mean, how many times does ESPN, come to USF?
Has it happened maybe 2 or 3? Maybe.
For football? I don't know.
Oh, I'm just saying in general. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. We're not going to be able to get a game day like we've talked about.
Correct,
so
yeah.
Might as well do that.
Yep.
But breaking down the top 25.
Memphis took care of business Friday night, did what they're supposed to do. Their quarterback played very, very well. Rice, who USF plays to end the season, did not look very good. So, but Memphis took care of business. They do have Memphis's schedule. They still have Tulane this Friday, East Carolina, and Navy. So 3 good teams. East Carolina's a solid team also, but Tulane is in Memphis. Then they're at East Carolina, and then at home against Navy. So.
Yeah, I've given up on Navy. They didn't look good. They did not look good. They did not impress me.
Correct.
I'm hoping that maybe Tulane wants to bounce back after a tough loss to UTSA and just absolutely wipes the floor with Memphis.
Yeah, I would love to see them whoop Memphis because that is the one school that has the tiebreaker on USF.
Exactly. So we could jump ahead of them.
Speaking of high completion percentages, we've seen a lot of that lately. Julian Sand for Ohio State, who is now firmly in the Heisman Heisman race, 20 of 23 for 316, 4 touchdowns as Ohio State rolled. It was kind of what we talked about last week. They just wear you down. It was a close game for a little bit, but second half, they 21-0. They dominated. They ended up, even though it was somewhat close at half, you look at the final stats, Ohio State had 480 yards. Penn State only 200. It was a whooping. It was a whooping.
Which I said it on Monday, and this is how I feel. And I guess we'll see in the championship if obviously it works out. But I think Indiana, and I know rankings don't really mean dick, but I think Indiana should be number one.
They have the best resume, and they have the best win.
Yeah, and I think, it
is what it is.
Ohio State, I've talked about it against Penn State. Ohio State's just not a sexy team. I know they're good. They're very fundamental in everything they do, but it's not, in my opinion, fun to watch. Now, Indiana, number 2, going to Maryland, absolutely just kept up the offense of like
steamrolled them.
Yeah,
I mean, they just steamrolled. They rushed for their rushing total. I want to say was in the three something. They had over 300 yards rushing. Just did they punt? But maybe once or twice. I mean, they beat the dog shit out of an okay Maryland team.
Yeah, I mean it's a fun team. Yeah, they punted one time for 36 yards. Yeah. I mean, two field goals, but I mean 55-10. When you look at the resume, their closest game, I believe, is Oregon, right? 30-20?
Yeah.
Or actually, I guess Iowa.
Iowa, who's sitting there now at 6-2, and Oregon plays at Iowa this week. Be very interesting.
But it looks like when they face the other Big Ten, I mean 63-10 on Illinois.
Yeah, they're wearing people out. They're legitimately really, really good, and all signs point to Ohio number 1 versus number 2 in the Big Ten championship.
I mean, I think if Indiana just takes care of business against Penn State and just rolls 55-10 on Penn State, they should jump it. I know it's not going to happen, and like I said, it doesn't matter.
There
until
could be
the
some
end.
Voters that start to.
I think they got 11 votes this year.
Something
this
like
week?
that. I mean, I can see if they put a whooping on Penn State worse than, because there's always recency bias, and the voters are going to see, Ohio State was close at the half and ended up winning. But if Indiana just comes out and steamrolls them, I can see some voters slipping Indiana to number 1.
And hopefully we just see what happens, and the rankings don't matter, when it comes to placement in the playoffs.
Yeah, it doesn't matter much.
Yeah.
It matters a little bit, but not much. And anyway, Georgia, Florida was a good game. Late touchdown. Gunnar Stockton again had a pretty damn good day. He's playing good at quarterback.
You see why Georgia was okay with letting someone else go.
Yep.
And keeping sure they kept Stockton happy.
Again, he's a tough son of a gun at quarterback. He is very, very tough. And then Ole Miss.
I started to believe a little bit in South Carolina again after
they fired their OC. Did you see it? Mike Shule got fired. Yeah.
But listen, we talked about him last week.
Last week we said it was coming.
He'll bounce back. I'm sure he'll get another job somewhere.
Not calling plays. He can go be a QB coach or a receiver coach, but not calling plays anymore. After it's a travesty what has happened to Lenora Sellers this year. Whoever comes in there, you've got a good. If they can keep Lenora Sellers, which he should stay after a year like this, but he could transfer. Who knows? Now,
Ole Miss. I mean, they come in. I mean, number 7. What'd you think of Ole Miss? I think because South Carolina, they have a good defense. They're a good team.
South Carolina is a talented team who's not playing great. Obviously, there was preseason top 12 or whatever.
Yeah.
But they do have athletes. They have great athletes all over the field. Ole Miss should be very happy. I don't care that it was close for a while. There's no style points at this point for Ole Miss. It doesn't matter. Just get the win and move on.
Yep.
And they're 8-1. They're feeling great. They ran the ball great. Lacey had 160?
Yes, 167.
So you know who he reminds me a little bit of? McFadden.
Oh, Jared McFadden.
They play him in because he's a tall. I think he's listed at 5'11" or 6 foot 205, but he's long.
Yeah.
He's got long arms like McFadden did, and just the way he runs, like he's when you get in the open field, he can
move.
He can move. He can really, really move. He can. And he's for the year now. He's got to be up around 800.
Yeah, 863.
Yeah, he's a good player, and yeah.
My team that I absolutely loved and believed in, put my little hat for Georgia Tech. But you talked about North Carolina. You talked about NC State. You said NC State. It was a tough team, and I believe they were.
That's a really tough place to play.
Yeah.
It's a great atmosphere, and Haynes King had an incredible stat day. I mean, you score 36 points, you shouldn't be losing games.
408 yards, 2 TDs.
He did throw the only pick. That's the only turnover of the whole game. But NC State for the season, they've been better on offense than defense, and their offense showed up. They ran, they threw. I mean, that was a track meet. NC State 583 yards, Georgia Tech 559. So you've got 1,142 yards of total offense. That's fun game.
This was the week that pretty much the ACC put a grenade in the middle of their
And that's
conference.
a proud program of NC State who's fighting for bowl eligibility, and that'll probably get them in. They need to win one more, obviously, but that was a huge game. And everybody starts to pucker up in November. Once you start getting ranked high, you start to pucker up.
And it shows. Yeah. And, now the ACC is, I think, 2 weeks ago, we're like, hey, there's like 5 good teams in the ACC that are there. Mm-hmm. And, without skipping over Vanderbilt, SMU, Miami beat up on each other. Yeah. But, I mean, before that, Texas takes care of business, which I was surprised.
They came out like game. They came out great. Got a 17-0 to start the game, and Vanderbilt could not get out of their own way. I mean, did you watch much of that? I had that game on, and I did
not have that game on.
Vanderbilt. They only had 1 turnover.
Okay,
but they just couldn't get out of their own way. Penalties they'd convert a third and 12, and they'd have a holding. They would just all sorts of self-inflicted. I just couldn't get it going until the very, very end. And did you see the onside kick?
I did see the onside kick on a replay.
If they got that, which they were super close, they were either going to tie the game to go to overtime or they were going to win because they couldn't get stopped at that point. And I say this all the time. When there is a comeback, a big comeback, I would say 90% of the time, the team that comes back is the better team. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, 100%.
Like, there's always a little bit of luck to getting out to that lead, and Texas didn't want to play a 5th quarter.
Yeah, listen, the good schools are know how to win at the end.
Yeah, and Vanderbilt, I know their final 3 games, they got Auburn, Kentucky, Tennessee. Let's take care of business, Vandy. I'm on the Vandy train. Let's make that Tennessee game at Tennessee the last week of the season. Let's make that for the playoff.
Your boy Pavia played a good game too.
Yeah, he did.
Actually,
he did what he does.
All the quarterbacks that you've talked about.
Arch, I got to give a shout out to Arch. His arm looked stronger. He threw a Hail Mary 65 yards out the back of the end zone.
That's pretty good.
At halftime. Early in the season, he was definitely, something was hurt, we said. His arm's strong again, and he's playing pretty well. Like, we've been all over him, but for the season now, he's quietly putting together a pretty good season overall. He's had his games that they weren't good. But at the end of the year, 3 more games, probably going to have 24, 25 touchdowns, 7 or 8 picks. Gonna be a good first. For anybody else, it would have been a good, successful season. But
he's going to have a long off season.
It's going to be a long off season. But his first.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to see the way how good he is by how he comes back next year.
Yeah. I mean, if his name was Eli Gregory or whatever, Arch Gregory, and he was a first-year starter at Texas, was like, hey, this guy's going to be pretty good. He's got 2 years left. But because his expectations were sky high, everyone's shitting on him, including myself. But, like, the whole body of work, he looked pretty good the other day, and he's going to get better. And Sark called a good game also. I think Sark's play calling has been terrible this year and his game planning. But the other day, Texas is right back in the hunt. Texas finishes the season with Georgia next week, Arkansas, and A&M. So they'll play. If they win, they go 3-0. They'll play themselves.
If they go 3-0, then
they deserve it.
Yeah, I mean, you beat the number 3 and number 5 team, and Arkansas is no one to sneeze at.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's huge. I mean, that just shows Texas is for real, but I don't see that happening. I see, if anything,
Texas was the preseason number 1.
Yeah.
So we know their talent's there. They have not played great this year, but that was a good game. That was a big win. We'll see how they finish the year. Miami goes to SMU, and
they do what Miami's done the last 19
Carson
years.
Beck and Mario Cristobal are who we thought they are.
Yes, yeah. I mean,
I can't say that Cristobal lost this game in any way, and Beck threw the interception in overtime, which is bad. But it's just Miami has a much better roster than SMU, who is a good team. But this is the game. I mean, Miami. Every year, you have the roster, you have the talent. you blow a game, which most teams do, but thought this would be the year.
I've said this, I think, like 4 times now, but it's exactly what you said earlier in the year. Carson Beck
against good teams,
exposed,
against good teams, against evenly matched teams.
And SMU
they're close to an evenly matched.
Yeah, they're not on the level of Miami, but obviously they won. So I mean, realistically, but talent level, they're
a borderline top 25 team.
Yeah,
with a good coach who they have money at SMU. They're paying their players well. They're paying their coaches well. They just put in the top 10, Rhett Lashley, of coaches. So they've got that oil money down there at SMU.
Yeah, all Texas. I feel like every Texas school is going to just absolutely roll it. They should just start their own conference. Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, Carson Beck, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions. SMU kind of exposed them.
Mm-hmm.
You
got to score more than 20 points when you have that kind of offensive firepower.
I watched that game. I was kind of blown away the way Miami looked. I feel like the way Miami looked, if USF would have played them that way, I think the game would have been a lot closer with USF. Miami looked flat.
Yeah, they did.
Carson didn't look confident.
No.
He looked like he was
I also would say that USF and SMU would match up well.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, that would be a much better matchup for you. But anyway.
Carson, if anything, he looks the last 2-3 games.
He's gotten flustered.
Yeah, he does not look like the same cocky, confident quarterback that he did in the first 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Which is not good for Miami.
Which is, we go back to what we were talking earlier, like Jameis just keeps throwing. He's got the same confidence no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a talent. It's a tough.
He doesn't get in his head somehow.
Exactly. He's just
actually, he is in his head. You know what? I'm wrong. He is in his head. Jameis is in his head. Jameis is in his head that says, I'm the best player ever, no matter how fucking shitty I am.
No matter what.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No matter if he fails it 27 times, he's going to throw it 28 times for that one time.
Yep.
And Carson Beck is overthinking everything now.
Maybe so.
But Notre Dame rolled over a really bad Boston College team.
It was way closer than it should have been, but Notre Dame got it done on the road. Jeremiah Love, big day. CJ Carr, big day. Got it done. Texas Tech took care of my K-State Wildcats. It was a close game into early in the fourth quarter or late in the third, but Texas Tech is the best. Texas Tech and BYU play this weekend. And Texas Tech's a very good team. Again, I'm so critical of Avery Johnson.
I was going to ask how he did.
He was fine. He was not he was not the reason we lost this game. His numbers ended up not great because at the end there was some desperation. There was a desperation interception and also a fumble, but he played fine. So I gotta be fair with him. Like, he played well enough to win for the most part. There were crucial mistakes by lots of other players, but he was not the problem. 5 turnovers overall. It was terrible. And yeah.
Who's got Kansas State got left? I mean, they'll be bowl eligible, right?
We got Oklahoma. We got a bye week, then Oklahoma State at win. Utah, and then Colorado. So they need to beat Oklahoma State and Colorado. Be favored in those games. Utah's obviously tough. It's most likely looking like a 6-6 season.
Okay, so they're bowling.
It's a disappointing season, though. Disappointing.
Yeah, but it's at least it's better to.
Got to win those. Got to win those games. But anyway.
As a former player, would you rather go to a bowl game or go home? Okay,
absolutely.
So there's something to that then.
Yeah, absolutely. The program has pride and needs to win 2 of the last 3, and I'm confident they will. Oklahoma, big road win.
Yeah,
big road win at Tennessee to keep themselves alive. John Mateer still didn't play great. Tennessee outgained them. Had a couple crucial turnovers. Tennessee probably is kicking themselves, saying we were the better team and we lost. But Oklahoma moves on. And
they got a tough schedule: Alabama, Missouri.
Yep.
Well, it's at Alabama, and then obviously Missouri. They do have a bye week. This is their bye week, so they get to bounce back. But they got. I mean, it's the SEC. They got a
Oklahoma
long road there.
They're playing. They got a great road win. They got a couple more tests. If they go 10-2, they deserve it. Virginia figures out a way every week. They play close games over a decent Cal team, and Virginia is a team that knows how to win. You look at the stats. They dominated this game. It was fairly close, but they dominated this game from a number standpoint. Chandler Morris is a good quarterback who's played a lot of football. Jamari Taylor is a very good running back. They're a good team. They are a team that's ranked 15th that is in great position to make the playoff. I I think they're probably one of the top 30 teams in the country, but they're playing like they're top 15.
And they got a favorable schedule.
They do.
Wake
and
Forest,
good for them. This is much needed after several years of they haven't been much of a factor. And Tony Elliott, this was a make-or-break year, and he's going to get a nice extension out of this, and well-deserved.
Louisville, a team that
slow start, took care of business. Unfortunately, Isaac Brown is going to be out for a few weeks.
Oof.
Their star running back, who had another huge day, he got hurt late.
Who's their backup? Anyone impressive?
Was it Keywan something? Who's a speedster? Keywan Brown. He had 12 for 94 in this game, and on the season he's got 3. He's an experienced backup, but he's not. Isaac Brown is really good. He's a really, really, really good player for Louisville. If you haven't watched him, hopefully he gets back healthy, and you can see him at the end of the year. But Virginia Tech, we'll see who's going to become the coach there. In the offseason, this is a season to forget for them.
Cincinnati made me
I didn't make it to that game. I was too tired.
They made me lose a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, Utah absolutely showed up strong, and Cincinnati they looked lost.
Cincinnati had a couple big plays, and that's about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of just let's all Utah, and nothing to Cincinnati.
Cool environment out there, right? Looks like a madhouse at Rice Eccles.
Yeah, it does. I mean, they obviously game day was there, so kind of showed that side. Plus, also what happens.
Utah's physical. Utah's got a quarterback who's very athletic, and they run him a lot. They had 267 total yards rushing. It's tough to beat a team when they run for that much.
Yeah. Michigan's been playing some close games. They're 7-2. I mean, they just 21-16 to Purdue.
Yeah, they're not a sexy team either, but they're getting it done.
Like Underwood with his 13 of 22, 145, and an interception, no TDs. I mean,
he's a really talented player. He's managing the game pretty well. This was not a great performance by him, but again, they're sitting here at 7-2. With obviously, it's all going to come down to Ohio State for them, right?
Yes.
And let's see what the schedule is before that.
I got to go back to it.
Northwestern, who's again surprisingly 5-3. Maryland. They win those 2 games. They're playing Ohio State for a chance to go to the playoff. If they somehow beat Ohio State and go 10-2, they're in.
Who would you if you were a coach? You pick quarterback. Who'd you pick? Archie Manning or Underwood? Underwood. Why? Just because he's more athletic?
If you're saying I have them both for 2 more years,
yeah,
Underwood's got better physical tools.
You could probably coach him up a little bit easier than Archie.
I mean, Archie, he's in his 3rd year, and again, I have a lot of. It's the recency bias that he was underachieved for the year, but I mean, Bryce Underwood's Arch is athletic. He's not as twitchy as Underwood. He's got it. He does have a good arm, like I told you. He doesn't have Underwood's elite traits. Underwood's got elite traits.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha. West Virginia surprisingly took care of Houston.
Knocked Houston out of the top 25 real quick, and good for Rich Rod getting a win. That was surprising. Rich Rod's always searching for a quarterback. This new kid, a freshman from Ohio, is he the answer? Who knows? We'll find out, but it's a big win. That's a quarterback, freshman, 13 of 22, 157, and then rushed for 65 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's a nice kind of a debut for a guy who hadn't played that much, but Rich Rod, if he can find a quarterback, which he will, and he's a good coach, they're going to be fine. It's going to take a couple years, and they'll give him the time he needs.
And then USC just took care of business against Nebraska. Nebraska now just sits at lonely 6-3.
Yeah, USC got it done. Still in the hunt. Close game. I saw that Dylan Raiola is out for the year, broken fibula. So we'll find out how their backup is. But see if Nebraska is a solid team. Can they go 8-4 or 9-3 with this schedule? UCLA, Penn State, Iowa. I'll say 8-4.
Nick the Gun Guy asked, he wants to know what your Mount Rushmore of college stadiums that you played in.
Played in or been to a game in?
No, played in.
Played in. Oklahoma and Nebraska, 100%. So I got to go two more. I loved NC State. It was surprisingly just a great atmosphere. A great atmosphere, NC State.
How was West Virginia?
West Virginia's cool. They badly need some. It's a really good atmosphere. They badly need a new press box luxury section. It's old.
Well, they got to get their alumni to.
They do.
Put some money into it. I don't think that Nick asked that. Just follow up on that. Well, you saw what? Well, unless you're picking West Virginia, or are you just going with NC State?
No, the other one, Texas Tech.
Texas Tech.
It's one of the worst experiences of my life, but it's a madhouse. It is a madhouse.
No, he was just asking, and I don't think just even me knowing your history, I don't think that you've ever played in Wyoming against the Wyoming Cowboys.
I know I have not. I was recruited heavily by Colorado State, which is Wyoming's rival, but I did not ever make the trip out there. So
you blew them off.
It was tough. It was during baseball season.
Oh yeah. No, there you go.
Long way to go. Of other games that I've so I did not play as a freshman at Indiana, but we played at Oregon. I was on the travel squad as emergency quarterback. That would be up there. Oregon would 100% be up there. Ohio State, same thing. My freshman year at Indiana, we played at Ohio State. And the environment at Ohio State, when they had, that was Troy Smith had just come in. They benched Justin Zwick. Do you remember that name?
Yes.
They benched him the week before against Iowa. So they, for a noon game, they're favored by 20 points over Indiana back then?
Yeah, probably 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
easy.
By a noon game, big favorites. With the rain, there were still 100,000 people there at a noon game, week 7 or 8.
Jeez.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
That's one stadium I want to go to.
And I've been to a couple games at the Swamp. That's pretty awesome too. Swamp's legit. Swamp is legit. I'm trying to think. Thanks for the question. You know I love my stadiums.
Yes, you do. You know all the most
the other one that is a great stadium is Louisville. Louisville is a great stadium.
Howard Schnellenberger Field.
It is, and they now have done several renovations. But Louisville is the only stadium in the country owned by the university that is all chairback. They only have chairback seats.
Really?
So it's like Raymond.
That's
like Raymond James. Yeah. Nobody else has that in college.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting fact that I can use at some point.
Yeah.
This week's games.
Thank you for the question. Any questions about stadiums? Fire away. I love it. So this week's games. Let's start off with the Maction. I know we got Miami of Ohio and Ohio U.
Yes, when I saw it, I go, "What the fuck? Where's my boys? Where's my Conference USA?"
So we got UMass Akron. We got
oh boy,
they might pay you to go to that game.
I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know if I'm gonna be as excited for the MAC as I was for the Conference USA, but
Miami and Ohio is a good matchup. That's a rival. That's a rivalry game. You got Miami at 4-0 in the conference. Ohio at 3-1. The winner of this game is likely going to go to the conference championship. I'm obviously partial to Ohio U. That's where Peden Stadium. I used to run the stairs there every day. That's where I got all my work in as a kid in high school. So got to choose the Bobcats.
And are you picking? You're not picking. UMass is UMass every time I feel like I look at it.
It's a bad program.
I don't remember the last time they've actually had a winning record at Mass.
It would have been when they were FCS.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's been a while. They have not had a good transition.
Yeah, against
got
Akron.
Kent State, Ball State, Northern Illinois, Toledo. Northern Illinois is surprisingly bad. Toledo has the plant connection down here in Tampa with a lot of plant kids. Toledo's a good team. Georgia Southern, App State, the nice former SoCon rivalry that is bumped up. And then we got the UTSA Roadrunners and South Florida Bulls, 7:30 Thursday night. USF 14.5. That's a lot of points after what UTSA just did.
Yeah, I mean, I think ESPN is really, really coming around to USF.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we need a big crowd there on Thursday.
Need a big crowd. Team needs to show up and play great. UTSA has Rob Henry has already 955 rushing. That's, I think, top 3 in the country. I hope so. You see, Nimrod's still our leading receiver. He hadn't played the last couple weeks. He limped off a couple weeks ago. I have not heard if he's going to be back or not. But Byron Brown and the Bulls, Let's get this win done, go to 7-2, and take care of business.
Yeah, I think the week after that's Navy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We should be able to take care of business.
We got that Northwestern USC, interesting matchup. 14.5 USC. I'm going to take Northwestern. I'm going to take Northwestern against the spread, as I just think they'll find a way. They play good defense. They're going to keep this game within 2 scores.
Here's your boy, 413.
So Joe.
Hey, gentlemen. Yep, I got to call in. I got to eat crow, man. On that Texas State, you were 100% right. JMU all the way.
Hey, man, but I always say, like, I'm so confident, but I won't bet my own money, right?
That's what you got me.
How about that Monday Night Football last night? Who'd you have?
Oh, I had the Cowboys, and they shit the bed. They look terrible. Awful.
Exactly.
They look terrible.
I thought it was I just really thought it was no-brainer. Like, the Cowboys are going to win.
They needed that win to stay in the playoff hunt against a backup quarterback who looked really good. I'm a big Brissett fan. He's a good quarterback.
Brissett always looks good. He doesn't look the part.
Well, I mean,
that doesn't make sense. But I'm saying is that
he looks like a 47-year-old man.
Exactly, but he has the talent. Like
he's got a cannon.
He picks up the offense.
Yeah.
Like everywhere he goes, he seems to win bad.
Shut up, Joe. What you got for us? What else?
I will gladly give you a pick again. That's going to be 100% right. But my last question is, who'd y'all have in the Indianapolis Steelers game?
I was off the Steelers train the week before.
I had the Steelers.
No, I did not. I
had the Steelers.
Oh, good for you.
Because of Aaron Rodgers.
That's because the Steelers' defense was so pathetic the game before.
Exactly.
You would never think they'd be, but the steel curtain showed up, baby, last Sunday. It was killer.
Yep. Yep. Yes, sir. They did. Anything else, Joe?
Let me make a pick.
Yeah, go for it.
Give me any game. Shoot me a game.
Ooh, all right.
Pick it.
All right, let's see. Shoot, the highest ranked matchup this week is BYU Texas Tech.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Texas Tech is 9.5-point favorites at home.
That's crazy. BYU is going to win.
They're going to win money line.
Yep, they're going to win. They're going to. It's going to be so easy. So get excited. I know a lot of people hate BYU, but I just got a feeling they're going to win.
They're a well coached. They're another team that knows how to win. They really are. Freshman quarterbacks getting better every week. That's going to be, Texas Tech, you're going to see the atmosphere. I told you it's a zoo down there.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
It's a zoo.
All right, Joe.
Is that where a college game? Is that where college game day is?
Yes.
This week?
Yes, yeah, it is. You can see usually when college game day is when ABC's there, and obviously it's a 12:00 game.
Mm-hmm.
So
we could get a rematch here. We could get a rematch in a month with these two teams also.
That'd be fun. All right, Joe.
I agree with you. Well, thank you, gentlemen. You guys are awesome. God bless.
Joe. See ya.
Have a good day, Joe.
Yeah, BYU Vegas doesn't have it picked out. And I told you that last week, and they still have it. 9.5 is a lot, but we'll get back to that game.
Yep.
So you got Northwestern keeping it close.
I got Northwestern.
Do they keep it in the 14.5 points?
I think so. At the Coliseum, that'd be good. And Tulane, Memphis on. We got to root for Tulane, right?
Yes,
let's knock Memphis
go Tulane.
out of this thing.
5.5 point spread, but still, I mean, Tulane needs to put a couple Band-Aids on and just get out there and take Memphis down.
Mm-hmm.
We need them out of the top 25, so USF has that opportunity. Hopefully, Friday they're looking good after that Thursday night game.
Indiana, Penn State, and just Indiana.
I want Indiana to.
I hope so too. Obviously, Penn State still has enough talent to be competitive against anybody, but man, that is wild to see. 0-5 in the Big Ten. Hoosiers win big. Georgia, Mississippi State. I got to give a shout out to Jeff Lebby because they finally got a win last week. Crazy game against Arkansas, and they got a win late after just they lost brutal loss to Tennessee, brutal loss to Florida, brutal loss to Texas, and Texas A&M whooped them in the second half. So they had three really tough losses. They got it done. That was their first SEC win since before Lebby. So
what now? It's a 7.5 point spread, which I mean that's.
I'm taking Georgia.
So you're giving the points in
100%. Yeah.
Okay, so Georgia just comes in and rolls. Now this game, I'm glad that you picked it because this game excites me.
BYU, Texas Tech?
You got me on the Texas Tech bandwagon early, and then you got me on the BYU bandwagon early. And it being 9.5, I feel like it's going to be a lot closer.
I don't agree with Joe on the money line. I wouldn't be that confident, but I am. BYU's got to keep this game within one score.
Yeah. I mean, BYU, from what my eyes watching BYU, whether it was a competition or not, they look like a solid team. And Texas Tech also looks like a solid team.
Texas Tech has more talent
than BYU. Well, yeah. Let me ask you, do you feel like they have maybe a little more toughness?
BYU's a very tough
scrappy.
Team. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. They have some 25-year-old men on the offensive line. They have these big.
They came back from their
these big
mission.
Mormon mission guys. 100%. That helps a lot. You get 25-year-old offensive lineman. Yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's great.
So would you, if you were me, but and you put
with
the money
your
down,
money, I'll bet BYU. Give me the 9.5.
Okay, I like that because that's what I was gonna do. I'm actually gonna probably jump on that.
I'm not a betting
show.
man, though. I'm not a betting.
I'm gonna jump on that before the spread goes down because I think
it'll go down a little bit. It'll probably get to 7.5.
Ohio State, Purdue is 29, but I'm sure Ohio State will at halftime it will be like 14-0, and the game will be 28-0, and the spread will be fucked. So
the Citadel Ole Miss.
I don't bet that game. Citadel Ole Miss. Ole Miss should put up 55 on it.
Let's check and see how the Citadel's done this year against.
I mean, that last.
I'm just curious.
I know, but the last big win was what, Florida State.
The Citadel?
Yeah, the Citadel. I believe they beat Florida State.
No.
What?
I don't know. Jack State did. Is that who you're thinking?
Did the Citadel beat Florida? They beat a school in Florida that was.
You're
big.
thinking Georgia Southern beat Florida.
They beat Florida too.
Anyway,
I mean,
can you name the Citadel's stadium? Johnson Haygood.
Who the hell's that?
I don't know, but the name of the stadium is Johnson Haygood Stadium.
All right. Well, listen.
Anyway, Ole Miss rolls. Ole Miss rolls. We know that. A&M and Missouri. Great matchup. Great matchup at Faurot Field Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. 3:30. A&M. Could this be their trap game? I mean, they'll still be ranked high if they lose. They can afford to lose one of these games and still make it, but I just think this is A&M's year. They're going to win this game. It'll be close. The spread is 6.5.
Yeah, sorry.
Not touching it.
I went down to the damn Citadel.
Yeah, that was. I don't know why you went down that route.
I don't know.
And Oregon, Iowa. Can Iowa play their brand of football against Oregon? And can Oregon win that style of football if Iowa forces them into a boxing match in a
Oregon and Wisconsin was a little surprising, which gives me hope that Iowa can, because 21-7 against a bad Wisconsin team.
Yeah, that was surprising to both of us.
But I mean, what's the chances there's an upset here?
There's
with
a chance.
Iowa?
I mean, there's a chance
because it's in Iowa. Yeah, it's in Iowa.
It's in Iowa. Kinnick Stadium is an incredibly tough place to play. I have not been there, but it is. That's one of the ones that you look at the sidelines to the stands. It's about 15 feet. It's loud. It's a great environment. I'm sure this is Oregon's first time playing there in the modern history. It's going to be and Iowa's playing with confidence. They're 4-1. They're still well alive for the playoff. But I got Oregon. I'll take an Oregon to win by more than 6.5.
Disappointing Miami at home against Syracuse. That means that nobody will be at the game. That means it's going
to be a very sleepy environment.
Yep.
I'm not touching that, but Miami wins, gets another win.
20.5 points. Auburn, Vanderbilt.
Auburn with a newly fired coach. Vanderbilt. Diego Pavia is 3-0 in his career at Auburn.
Now, let me ask you something. Now that Auburn's available.
Sorry, 2-0.
And I know
did you know that he won at New Mexico State at Auburn before?
Did he?
He won New Mexico State at Auburn, then the next year he won Vanderbilt at Auburn.
Interesting.
And he pointed out the fact that he would have gone to Auburn if they recruited him, but they didn't. And Auburn has had quarterback issues, right?
Yes, they have.
And could they use Diego Pavia? 100%. Could they use the little 5'10" Mexican kid that nobody wanted?
Yes.
He would have gladly been an Auburn Tiger.
Larry, we talked about this, and I'm getting squirreled here on the coaching, right? We talked about the best college coaching positions available, and I believe when we talked about it last, it was LSU is number one.
Yeah.
For sexiest.
I got LSU, Penn State, Florida. I like Auburn better than Florida.
So you got all. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, what's your top three? Does Auburn jump in that top three?
I like Auburn better than Florida.
Okay, so you got LSU, Penn State, Auburn.
Yeah. I just think Auburn is they've
a richer history.
No, not a richer history.
Better donors, better facilities.
No, they're even in that regard. But I think Auburn's a better job.
Okay,
I think it's a better job. You're in the state of Florida. In the state of Florida, you're competing with a lot of other things. In the state of Alabama, it's Auburn and Alabama. So.
Oh, come on! Don't forget USA.
Oh, the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Jaguar. Well, don't forget about UAB. Don't forget about Troy. Don't forget about Samford. Well, now we're getting into
Samford Bulldog over here. Get out of here. Washington, Wisconsin.
Washington's quietly put together a good season. They're a good team. They're gonna. Wisconsin sucks. Washington wins.
Wake Forest, Virginia.
Another tough game for Virginia. The spread's only 6.5. And Wake's a solid team. Good for this is going to be an interesting matchup. It's going to be Virginia's 8-1. They now have. I mean, they had I think 57,000 at their last home game.
Really?
They're drawn. It's seat 61.
Okay.
And they a lot of times about a year and a half ago at this time they're averaging 35. So good for the fans in Charlottesville. Get to turn back the clock a little bit and. Mid-90s, they were a very good team. And they're playing really well right now, and Virginia gets it done. This is not the game that they're going to lose.
So you don't think it's a trap game with Wake Forest?
It is a trap game, but I think they get it done.
California, Louisville.
Cal travels to Louisville.
19.5.
Cal's better than that, but I'm not confident enough to say they're going to cover.
19.5?
Yeah.
Really? Let's see here. I mean, let's see. Have they lost by 19? Okay, there's one to Duke. San Diego State. Ouch. Okay. Texas. They won. Okay. Okay, because I was looking at that game because I kind of like watching Louisville a little bit.
I do too. I got some good friends that are Louisville people, so I do watch the Cards. They get it done. LSU, Alabama in a game that has lost a little bit of luster.
But LSU has the talent, though. If you're saying Penn State has the talent, then
LSU's got more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if LSU has more. LSU's a better team than Penn State right now. But this game lost its luster when LSU lost last week. They lost. So it's now an unranked LSU, but it's still a massive rivalry. My buddies and I always say, like, you talk about the bodies that are going to be colliding on that field. It's just NFL players everywhere. Kalen DeBoer has the program. People in Tuscaloosa are very happy. They get this done. They get it done. Alabama wins 10.5, not touching. And then they play Oklahoma, Eastern Illinois, and Auburn. So get this win, Alabama. Get it done.
Navy, Notre Dame. I mean, Notre Dame's going to roll. I mean,
Jeremiah Love's going to have a huge day.
I'm totally just off the Navy bandwagon.
But still, you never know. Just Navy can speed a game up. They can do 2 drives in the first half. If they can have an 18-play, 8-minute drive, get a couple of those, you can get in the second half, and you get a turnover here. I mean, Notre Dame's 26.5. After watching what North Texas did to Navy, Notre Dame is going to have 500 yards.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't see Navy being able to roll on Notre Dame's defense.
Agree. Yeah,
I don't see Navy doing much. I mean,
Navy's quarterback is a better passer than any of these academies have had in a long time. I will say that. North
Texas defense is not good.
Not good.
It's not good. And realistically, Navy, North Texas should have been a combined score of like 120.
Yeah.
The way they move the football and the way their offenses play and the way their defenses suck.
Like it was in 2007. Did you see that game?
Yes. And you know what it was instead? It was Navy absolutely just completely shitting the bed.
They played bad, yeah. But Navy had a very bottom-heavy schedule. Like, they didn't play anybody, and now they're playing a good North Texas team, Notre Dame, good USF, good Memphis, and then Army. So, like, they played basically nobody up until that 4-game stretch.
And they got exposed.
Yeah, and hopefully Navy, I mean, you never root for people to get hurt, but I hope Navy gets a little bit beat up, obviously, as a USF alum and fan, because that's who we play next week. So
I just hope USF. Okay, if USF comes out flat, I just can't see them losing to Navy. But I mean, anyone can lose at any time.
Oh yeah, I'm worried about this week, Lummy.
Oh, I am too. I'm just saying, UTSA really took me back from last week.
Yeah.
It made me feel not as confident as a fan.
I was happy to see it. Like I said, it's going to wake USF up.
Yeah, it's going to wake them up, but it also, UTSA now has, I feel, their players have a little bit more of a, hey, we're actually not complete shitholes.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Let's go down to Tampa. We surprised Tulane, and let's go surprise South Florida, where I think if Tulane comes in there and absolutely just kicks the dog shit out of them, it kind of gets their players down.
Yeah.
Their players just stay down and down. Like, all right, let's go to USF. Let's go get our ass kicked too while we're there.
Yeah, which they got their ass kicked by North Texas. But other than that, you look at UTSA's schedule. 42-24 against A&M. That's that was a decent game. They moved the ball well. It was not a blowout. It was a very competitive game. Honestly, it was very competitive for a while. Other losses, they lost to Texas State, who's had just a bunch of close games, and Temple, one-score games. So they only had one bad loss. But they're a 4-4 team, and hopefully USF gets it done. USF's definitely a more talented, better team. Got to play better. Got to limit those turnovers. Let's hope
we're coming back next week, and we're talking about a victory.
Yep. All right, so NFL, Lummy.
Let me ask you a minute now. So question, Natural Inspired asked, who is your right now? What's it? Week 9, week 10, week 10, week 10 MVP
in the NFL?
Yes. And is it a running back, quarterback? Obviously, and obviously the MVP lately has been a quarterback. So who do you have? Because there is a couple strong running backs.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Jonathan Taylor's season has been great.
Yes.
Oh man, I have not thought. You put me on the spot right now. But all right, let's give Josh Allen's up there.
Yes,
Josh Allen's up there. I would have Jonathan Taylor over Daniel Jones. So let's put Jonathan Taylor up there.
Okay, so let's just say Daniel Jones is kind of out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Josh Allen, what up, Baker?
Darnold, I would say Darnold's over Baker.
Okay.
Baker can play his way back in, obviously. His last 2 weeks have not been great, but you know how much I love Baker. And
yeah, of course.
The Bucs end up 13-4 or something like that. Baker will be squarely in the hunt. So I'm gonna.
How about Matt Stafford?
Stafford's been great.
Stafford's been
I love him. So
exactly.
I'll throw him in there also for sure. But I'm gonna say Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen would be he'd be my MVP right now. And you can honestly, Drake May is playing pretty phenomenal also. Yeah. That's 5 right there, right?
Yeah, the whole Patriots team is just playing.
Very surprising, which we'll get to. So let's my 5 guys, my top 5 with Josh Allen at the top. Josh Allen number 1. Beyond that, you have Drake May, and in no particular order: Drake May, Jonathan Taylor, Stafford, and Darnold. So those are my top 5 right now. Obviously, I'd love to see Baker get back in there, back in the hunt. And like I said, I don't think even if the Bucs go 13-4 or 14-3. Just without Evans and without Godwin, Baker's numbers are not going to be the same as some of these other quarterbacks. Like the Bucs are going to win some ugly games. Let's just say they go 13-4.
Yeah, but give me something.
You got to be sexier.
Yeah, but it's the most valuable player, technically, right? Baker's been
100%.
100%.
Baker,
the reason
Bucs are
why
2-6.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But without Baker.
That's not how the award is given each year, though.
But it's supposed to.
Supposed to be the most. Yeah, which I 100% agree. Which the most value. But right now, if you take Josh Allen off of the Bills, they're probably a 2-6 team also.
Who's their back? Is Tyrod Taylor the backup?
No, he's the Jets.
Okay, that's right.
Who is the Bills
backup? It's
Trubisky.
Trubisky. Mitch Trubisky's their backup.
He's a good backup. He's one of the guys you want as a backup.
Exactly, he is. Yeah. But yeah, last week, Dolphins are done. I really feel like you're going to be getting a call here pretty soon to be the quarterback for the Dolphins. 28-6, absolutely did not show up for Thursday Night Football
at all.
Fired the GM.
Yeah.
The
coach is next. They traded Jalen Phillips a couple days ago.
Hopefully they don't just get rid of Waddle. I think he just needs. He's technically like a Mike Evans, where you can kind of build a team around him, and also the running back.
Oh, Achane?
Yeah,
Achane he is one. I mean, he's kind of gotten his last 2 years underappreciated because they've sucked. But you talk about fastest guys in the NFL, he's in the top 5.
Yeah, he's a stud. But
He's legit at Texas A&M. I want to say he ran somewhere in the 10-1 range. He's a 10-100 guy.
Lamar's coming back, or he's back.
And Vegas has them as like the odds-on favorite now. And as Joe was saying earlier, we'll go to that division. We'll go to the NFC North. I was, after the Steelers the week before, I was completely out. I do root for the Steelers because I am an Aaron Rodgers fan, so I do root for the Steelers, but I was just off the train the week before. But then they come back and the defense forces 6 turnovers against Danny Dimes and the Colts and gets the win.
I mean, Vegas has the Ravens, just pretty much almost, winning the rest of their games.
Yeah.
I mean, they pretty much just take a complete dog shit over the Steelers. The Ravens, yeah, I mean, they're scheduling.
They got a lot of winnable games coming.
They do. I mean, it helps with the Browns and the Bengals.
No.
But the Bengals are still.
The Bengals can light up the scoreboard.
Joe Flacco at
Good for Flacco.
49 years old, putting up 500 yards. Is absolutely impressive that they should
throw
not lose that
game. Throw it to Chase.
game.
If Chase is an open, throw it to Higgins.
Yeah, and if he's not open,
and now Chase Brown is actually getting some stuff done on the ground because they have a passing game.
Exactly. It's Nick the Gun Guy asked, since you're a Rodgers mark, who's better, Rodgers or Brady?
I mean, Brady is unquestionably the GOAT of football because of the wins, but in terms of Rodgers is the most impressive thrower of the football that I've ever seen in my entire life. So
really,
the things he could do with his arm and his accuracy and his quick release, his prime Rodgers, his prime was all the way up until 2021 basically. He could do things with a football and he was pretty athletic, could get out of trouble. It was mesmerizing to watch him play quarterback because of his skills. Brady's talent is underrated. Like I've told people before, Brady had a cannon, and obviously the intangibles and the smarts is what got Brady over the 7 Super Bowls, obviously. So you can't argue with that. But in terms of just playing the quarterback position, I've never seen a quarterback play better than Aaron Rodgers did in, I think it was, what were his 2 best seasons were the best I've ever seen.
Is he kind of like and maybe it's just because I was younger, but like a Dan Marino, I always felt like just was completely. He was ahead of
his time.
He was a talent.
He was incredible. Yeah,
his arm strength.
At
everything.
That point, he was him and Elway were the 2 best throwers of the football of that era.
But he always gets kind of left off that mark because he never won the Super Bowl.
Correct.
Obviously.
And then the other guy that was in that boat was, do you remember Mr. Jeff George?
Oh, he had the strongest arm, and he's out
he
of
had the
Indiana.
arm. Yeah, he had the arm like those guys, but it just never. He didn't put it all together the way the other 2 did. And didn't Marino make a Super Bowl in his second year, or rookie year? I forget. I think it was his second year and never got back.
Was this 84? It was 84.
So
no, it was his rookie year, 83, because then they beat the Bears. They only lost to the Bears.
So I hope that answers your question about quarterback play. Obviously, Brady, 7 Super Bowls you can't argue with, but in terms of quarterback position, the 2 best years I've ever seen by a quarterback were Rodgers.
There you go. So then we go the Bears. That game was actually really fun to watch.
I was not.
I watched that
Bears.
I had it on after the third quarter.
Yeah.
And the back and forth, the onside kick, which I just was laughing at that. But Joe Flacco, 470 yards,
Incredible.
4 TDs, and they still find a way to lose the game.
Incredible, yeah. They had 3 turnovers, and they let a tight end.
Yeah, they broke 2 or 3 tackles.
The 2 defenders basically tackled themselves.
Yeah, they knocked each other off. And
how about the rookie running back from Rutgers, Kyle Monangai?
Yeah,
rookie 6th rounder, I believe, maybe 7th, but he had a great day. If you watched Rutgers last year,
7th rounder.
They gave him the ball a lot, and he is a workhorse.
Vikings took care of business. The Lions. I was watching that game. It was actually the first quarter. McCarthy looked good. Yeah,
they got off to a great start.
14-0, quick. And
he's more athletic than people realize.
Well, I think because he got injured.
Yeah, exactly.
No one's really seen him.
Yeah. But
Panthers. Now, this game was surprising.
Very.
Panthers 16-13 Packers. Packers have they got a tie against the Cowboys.
Two terrible losses.
Yeah, Brown, and realistically, if you think about it, the tie against the Cowboys, because when you watch the Cowboys last night, the Cowboys are not a good team either.
No.
But the Packers, it's almost like they're playing down to their competition.
They are. And they've got, they're 5-2-1. They're still in the playoffs right now. They're Eagles, Giants, Vikings, Lions, Bears, Broncos, Bears. They got a tough schedule coming up. Other than that Giants game, they got a bunch of playoff caliber teams.
NFC North could put 4 teams for the first time ever into the playoffs.
They could.
What's your feelings on Jordan Love?
He's a good quarterback. He's the time he sat helped. I think a couple weeks ago I talked about how many games can your quarterback play winning football? And I think if you have a quarterback that plays winning football in 12 or more games, you're going to do well. And he's one of those quarterbacks that is in that boat.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think he's a good quarterback. His numbers were he had an interception the other day, no touchdowns. I didn't see that game, so I don't know. Looking at the stats, they have 7 penalties, 2 turnovers, so somebody fumbled.
I tried to watch it. I turned it off just because it was. It's when I started getting bored.
Their offensive numbers looked like they should have scored more than 13 points.
I believe from before I turned it off, they were in the red zone a good amount of times, and they were turning it over.
Well,
penalty, something. I don't know. I turned it off. There's the Lions because when I'm looking at the TV, you
1
got
for
the
5 red
Lions.
zone. 1 for 5 in the red zone.
There you go.
Yeah,
so
that's the difference.
Patriots, Falcons, but I skipped
Falcons
the Chargers.
have kicking issues.
Chargers rolled over the Titans 27-20. Patriots. I'm surprised. Whatever happened to their guy Wu Ying-gu?
He got cut. He missed that one in the first week against the Bucs.
Oh, that's right.
And then he had some other issues. They can't find a kicker, and they played a pretty good game against a surprisingly good
7-2 Patriots.
7-2 Patriots team, and you gotta make extra points.
You know what's weird is with the Falcons, and I don't know his stats, so I'm gonna look him up real quick. Yeah, Robinson, Bijan. When they kind of go away from Bijan,
12 carries is not enough.
That's when I think every loss Bijan has had under 15 carries.
Well, so these 3 losses in a row, 14, 9, and 12.
Oh,
and
look at that.
Yeah.
I pulled that stat. By the way, I pulled that out of my ass.
And then
sounded good, though.
6, 3, and 8 catches. They're getting the ball other ways, but they're just not a good offense right now. And even though they did score 23 points, which you score 23 in the NFL, you feel like
should win.
You got a pretty good chance to win.
Yeah, but it seems like late. I say that, and I look down at the other scores. But realistically, some of the to the Patriots, put it that way, because I always. The Patriots once again.
Patriots are a
different.
snowball right now.
Yeah.
They are a snowball of their confidence is snowballing. Obviously, Drake May is playing 17 touchdowns, 4 picks. He's throwing for 250 yards a game. He's playing great. And he's a good athlete too. He's run the ball his last 4 games, 28, 62, 50, and 20. So he's another guy. He's honestly, you know who I compare him to?
Who?
Herbert.
Okay.
I think just as Herbert's a little bit taller and throws a little bit cleaner football, Herbert throws beautiful balls. Herbert throws beautiful balls, but Drake May is another guy who, you remember Drake May he ran a lot at UNC.
And their offense they had was a run.
Sam Howell before him ran a lot, but Drake May. So he's kind of, when you get those guys that run a lot in college and they come up, they're Josh Allen, their traits are really good. They need good coaching, and Josh McDaniels is his quarterback coach.
Which is he's a good coach.
He's a good quarterback coach, really good quarterback coach, and he's having a great second year. And you got to give the kid credit for playing well, and you got to give the coach credit for developing him. But that would be my comp for him. Would be Justin Herbert.
49ers roll over Giants. Christian McCaffrey just absolutely took that game over. 106 yards on the ground, along with 67 yards catch. With 5 receptions.
What are his numbers for the year right now? We're halfway through the year. He's projected to have 1,100 and 1,100.
It's pretty impressive.
That's incredible. He's on pace for 115 catches.
If Jonathan Taylor wasn't having such a good game, the Steelers obviously the Steelers just.
Well, let's go back to that Niners game. McCaffrey, he's only averaging 3.5 yards per carry on the year, but he's so elite out of the backfield. I think he's going to end up, his yards per carry will come up, but
Well, I think with Kittle being back.
Yeah, that's a big help in the run game and both the run and the pass game.
Yeah,
Mac Jones, another really good game. Very, very efficient, completing 80% of his passes. Don't know when Noodle Arm Purdy's coming back, but
I think they said 2 weeks.
Yeah, and the Giants are going to be get a lot of garbage yards over the last. I like Dart. He's going to end up putting up better numbers than he's actually playing because if you look at this game, they have a 70-yard drive to close it and a 65-yard. In the fourth quarter, they got basically half their yards for the whole game, and that's going to be the case for the rest of the year, I think.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, but I like Dart enough. I like Dart enough to build around him. He's tough. He's gonna. They've got a future. Who knows if that's the coach that they're
He's the quarterback that you like. He's a tough quarterback.
He is. He's very tough.
He plays hard, and that's what you want.
Yeah, it's a tough situation right now. But they're gonna build around him. And he was obviously was he a late first? Like he was around 24th overall.
Was he? I thought it was mid round.
I feel like it was around 20, 24.
Was he?
25th.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah. They traded back up. Together.
Okay, I was gonna say. All right, that makes sense.
That Steelers game. I'm tackling the ball.
Yep.
And then I get it on. I mean, it's. I don't know if people realize how hard that is to do. It's incredibly hard to after you beat the tackle to literally just grab the football from. I know a quarterback standing still. It's so hard to do, guys. It's so hard to do what he did, and it was beautiful to watch. 6 turnovers. You're not winning the game when you do that.
Pittsburgh had their offense was enough to win the game, but their defense absolutely stepped
won
up.
That game.
Yeah, I mean, stopping Jonathan Taylor 45 yards, 14
Rodgers
carries.
is having a good year. I mean, he's protecting the football. He's at 17 touchdowns, 5 picks. They throw tons of short stuff. I mean, his yards per completion is not high. It's right at 7.0.
And that's how Aaron Rodgers has, he's always been one of those QBs that has had under 5 interceptions.
Yeah, he really takes care of the football.
Broncos Texans. Broncos found another way to win.
Yeah. Bo Nix is a strange. He's another one. He's a tough quarterback. He's a very, very tough quarterback with a great skill set. They've got a great coach. I like seeing Dobbins play well because of his injury history, but they need more consistency from Bo Nix if they're going to make a run in the playoffs because they have the roster to.
I mean, I think Houston or Denver got a little lucky with C.J. Stroud going out with the concussion.
Yeah.
C.J. Stroud actually has been playing a little bit better. He was playing pretty good that game.
He's another beautiful thrower of the football. His release is beautiful, and he hadn't played great this year. Davis Mills, not bad.
Yeah, Davis Mills, I feel like is a good backup quarterback.
I agree. I've seen enough of him in he was Eagle, right? Or has he been anywhere else?
No, I think he's just been with the Texans.
I'm thinking of Tanner McKee, another Stanford quarterback.
Yeah, I think Davis Mills has
Davis Mills in his NFL
Texans.
career. So he had to start as a rookie. He throws 16 touchdowns, 10 picks. He has to start a lot. His second year, 17 touchdowns, 15 picks. But you do that, you throw more touchdowns, interceptions, and a backup in a shitty situation, you're going to have yourself a 10-year career.
And that's perfect.
Yeah.
And, he came in. He said,
he went to Stanford. He's smart. He's 6'4", 225. He's a pretty athletic guy. Davis Mills. He's another one of those guys that 5 years from now we'll still be talking about him as a backup.
I wouldn't if Davis Mills was on the Bucs. I wouldn't just completely shut the whole season down if Baker was out.
Yeah, which I'm fine with. I like Bridgewater too. Bridgewater's a cool
dude.
But
you know what I'm saying.
But Bridgewater does not have the skill set like Davis Mills.
No, or
Davis Mills is a big guy with a strong arm. Bridgewater is a very experienced quarterback.
Or who did we have last year for the Bucs? The white
noodle arm Trask. His arm just never got stronger. I liked him. His arm, he was a lollipop arm.
Yeah. People don't tell people from Florida that they'll fight you.
From Florida
they'll fight you.
Good.
Jaguars record
got it done.
Field goal.
Yeah, that's incredible. He made was it 70 in the preseason or 69?
70 in the preseason.
Wow.
Absolute boot. I mean,
well, shoot! Last night the Cowboys game, it had the distance. It was wide left.
Yeah, Audrey is
Brandon Aubrey. He's got the leg. Yeah.
The Cowboys.
But anyway, the Jaguars got it done.
They found a way to win against a bad Raiders team who traded.
Did they make a trade today?
Yeah, they did. Their the wide receiver,
Jacoby Myers.
Yes.
Who did they trade him to?
Good question. But I do know they
Jags.
Okay. Hey, look at that.
All right. Well, that's Travis Hunter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's
Makes sense and good. Myers won. He's been a good player. He's been about, I think, for 5 years in a row, he's had 800-plus yards.
Peak.
And he wants to play on a better, like 800-plus yards. I mean, he signed the contract, and I think he's playing on the last year. I think he's making like 7 or 8, but he's probably thinking he should be making 15 to 20 when you're getting 800 yards, which that's the market. But you signed that contract, so.
Yeah, it does well. Nice little trade there. Jaguars win. Rams, listen, I know you picked the Rams to win the Super Bowl. I got a buddy that really likes the Rams. I've been watching a lot of the Rams games.
Well, man, Stafford's 21 touchdowns, 2 picks. I know.
I feel like the Rams are a really good football team, and they have not been in the talks when people talk about some of the best teams this year. And the Rams are good.
They're a little bit forgotten. I mean, they lost that game to the Eagles, which was they lost Eagles and Niners, 2 brutally close games that were very competitive. They've got good wins against. They beat the Colts. They should have lost that game.
You look at the Eagles game. They shouldn't have. They shouldn't have lost the
Eagles game. But they're good. We know they're good. They play the Niners this week. That's the 4:25 game. Good. Niners and Seahawks and Bucks back to back to back.
That's a tough 3 games right there.
Tough 3 games. Yeah.
Chiefs, Bills. That was a good game. Bills took care of it.
Bills controlled that game. Bills controlled that game.
Yeah, and Josh Allen knows how to beat him in the regular season, but hopefully it can maybe happen to the playoffs this year if they face each other.
Yep.
And Seahawks.
Darnold had a phenomenal game.
And your boy's gone.
Yep.
I think it was separated.
He dislocated his elbow.
Dislocated it.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, we had Dr. Dan break that down.
Shouldn't have been in the game at that point, but...
Yeah, it was kind of just a trash. It was fourth quarter, I believe, right?
Second to last drive. Rookie from Colorado State, Torrey Horton, had 2 touchdowns. He's having a nice rookie year. I think he's been in the end zone 6 or 7 times. Was that Elijah Arroyo's first touchdown, or does he have... Yeah, that was his first touchdown. Good for him.
Seattle got stronger, too, in the trade deadline. They picked up Speedster out of the Saints.
Yeah. Yep. So now their receiving core, Jackson Smith and Jigba, who did another 120, quietly had 129 yards.
What do you have, 10 catches? 8 catches.
8 catches on 9 targets. That is phenomenal. And
Sam Darnold's fucking game was phenomenal. Yeah. 21-24, what was he, 12 for 12 to start it or something like that?
330. I mean, that's incredibly efficient. They got the nice 2-headed monster running back that didn't do much in that game but didn't need to. I like Barner. Barner was impressive to me against the Bucs.
Yeah.
They got the tight end, and then Arroyo's the one Arroyo runs in the 4.5s.
Really?
Yeah. So they're developing a good team. They got a good roster out there. I'm glad the Bucs beat them when we did.
Yeah, that place is scary. And the Bucs went to Seattle and beat them.
Yeah.
And then coming to the Cardinals, just absolutely taking care of business.
They embarrassed the Cowboys.
Oh, they did. The Cowboys didn't help their fact starting off. I think they went for it on like the 15. They probably should have just kicked it.
It was 4th and goal at the 5.
Yeah, they went for it. I think Dak got sacked, and then old man Brissett, who is I think only like 32 or something.
Yeah.
But he plays and looks like he's in the 1980s. He literally looks like Doug Williams playing for the Bucs.
Yes, but Brissett's a big guy, big arm, obviously, extremely experienced, very smart, gets it done. I mean, you know what you're going to get with Brissett. And the Aikman, obviously, a very smart football guy. When you have the mayor of Munchkintown back there, scramble is going to happen a lot. When Brissett's back there, it's going to be on rhythm going through his progressions, making his reads, and that ball's coming out. And I think the receiving core it's a different mentality. You know what I mean? And the receivers they're going to run a little bit crisper, a little harder when they know that's coming. And it's not to say that they're not playing hard for the mayor, but when you are constantly looking to see if he's going to scramble, it's just different. I do like the mayor. I think he might end up in Vegas next year, honestly.
Marvin Harrison actually. And
he had a great game. Good for him.
He had his up game.
He had a really good game.
Because if you look, the last 2 games, he's this kind of been like mid-level, and he's 10 targets, 7 catches for 96 yards.
Yep, almost all of that. I think 6 of those were in the first half.
Kyler Murray, when he comes back, the Cardinals stick with him because he's got his contract.
Yeah, they already announced that.
Did they?
Yeah.
When's he supposed to come back?
I think this is a week-to-week thing.
Oh, pussy. Yep. I don't know. Brissett's a smart guy. We already talked about it.
Bring him to Tampa next year to back up Baker.
I 1,000% would love to do that.
Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater can go back to
high school coaching.
Yeah,
until they give him shit again for trying to help kids.
Well, yeah. I mean, by then the NIL might be back.
Yeah, I still don't understand that situation. But yeah, big fan of Teddy, but still don't understand that situation and why he got in trouble. But whatever. We're happy to have him here in Tampa. Hopefully he doesn't see the field.
Let's see any other trades here. The Colts had Sauce Gardner. I think the
Cowboys got Logan Wilson.
Yeah, the Colts gave up 2 first-round picks.
Yeah,
that's big right
there.
They're
all in. Yeah, they're all in.
Jack Steiner, Myers, Cowboys trade for Wilson. Brissett still back up. Blah blah blah. Falcons waive Romo. Signed veteran Gonzalez.
Zane Gonzalez.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know where he went to college. Arizona State. All right.
7th-round pick. Okay.
30 years old. How many teams has he kicked for?
Let's see.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's it. Yeah,
14.
that's not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
No.
Kickers. That's what happens.
And I think that's pretty much it on the trade deal.
Yeah. All right. So let's
go through it.
Let's go through. Let's see what we got this week.
Oh, damn it! Hold on.
Thursday night coming up.
Hold on, I need my sheet.
Vegas, Denver. At Denver, Thursday night. I think we're both going to be in agreement here.
At Denver?
At Denver.
All right. Well, I mean, I think it's been shown that Vegas just
they're not a good team.
They're not
right
a good team. Pete Carroll has not got the people he wants around him.
Which I think both of us like Pete Carroll and think he'll do a good job.
Yeah.
You got to
9.5 points though. I mean, Denver wins. I think 9.5 still is.
I'm a big Genty fan. I hope he can get it rolling. They get some O-linemen in there. They're going to move on from Geno. I think his contract was only 1 year guaranteed.
So then you think Mayor Munchausen?
I think that's one of the possibilities. Unless they who are they going to? We'll see. I mean, they were talking last night about the mayor, about Kyler Murray, about they can possibly get out of that of his contract this year, I believe, without too much money. And I still think he's a very talented player. Just sometimes it's just need a new place.
Yeah, exactly. As you've seen with a lot of other quarterbacks.
Yeah, he could be the next Darnold, could be the next Baker. Obviously, he's played some really good football. His numbers have always been pretty good in Arizona, but it might be time to move on.
Atlanta, Indianapolis, another tough game for Atlanta.
Yeah. Yep. Good.
Colts bounce back.
Colts bounce back. Big game for Jonathan Taylor.
I forgot it's in Germany.
Good. We got a 9:30 game.
Yeah, 9:30. Oh, and that's actually I'm kind of am happy about that one because I think that should be a good offensive game.
Hope so. Yeah, I mean, I think I haven't gotten a chance to watch a ton of the Colts this year. See a lot of the highlights. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor is running wild, and Falcons' run defense is pretty solid. But so that's a strength versus strength right there. But I think Colts get it done.
Giants, Bears.
Bears fresh off that
thriller. 3.5 points in Chicago. I mean, they should roll to 6-3.
They should. They need this in that tough division. I'm gonna go with the Bears. Do we even need to pick the Buffalo-Miami game?
Are you sure? Are we going with the Dolphins, right?
Money line, yeah. Just all in. No, Bills roll.
Bills, do you think that game's got to go to 10 by the time the kickoff goes?
Yeah, it'll get to 10.5, I bet.
Yeah, that's a 9.5's not good enough.
But in the NFL, I mean, every team's got good enough players to have a good game plan, come out. Bills are going to win, but I'm never surprised when an NFL game is close.
Ravens, Vikings. Lamar in his second game back.
Lamar's back. I'm in. I'm all in.
It should help Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Vikings looked good though.
They did.
Oh, that's 4.5. That's a tough game.
I've got Baltimore's favored by 4.5 at
in Minnesota.
Wow. Lamar's another one that is, in terms of who affects the spread, is Mahomes, Lamar, Josh Allen. Who else affects the spread as much as them?
Ooh.
That's probably Stafford would be up there. That's probably about it, right?
Yeah, I would say
those guys affect the spread a lot, and Lamar obviously.
I mean, we might as well just say that Vegas is going to have Baltimore. If Lamar is healthy, they're going to have them favored in every game. I mean,
they probably will. Well, who's actually the Seahawks backup? I don't know. Do you know
the Seahawks?
Seahawks back is Drew Lock back out there? Maybe.
Oh, yeah. Is it?
It is. Drew Lock's back out there, and then Milroe.
Oh, okay.
Drew Lock's got a cannon. You could do worse than having him as your backup.
That's a good point.
Yep.
So who do you got? The Ravens?
Yeah, I got the Ravens. Browns, Jets.
Wow, this is gonna be a hell of a game. I'm gonna have probably this on every TV in my house.
Both teams' fans are gonna have trash bags on their head.
Oh, and
Cleveland's favored. Dude, I got to go with the home team Jets. I'm picking the Jets.
Yeah, I mean Fields. I don't know. I got to go with the Browns.
Breece Hall has been much better the last couple of days. How many sacks for Myles Garrett? I'll put the sack right now at 1.5. Over under.
Yeah, I would say probably 2.5 at the end of the day.
2.5. Shit.
Yeah, I mean he's going to absolutely.
I would take the under on that. You have to on principle.
Well, we'll see next week when I come in here and Myles Garrett has 3 sacks.
Huh?
I'm taking the Browns.
All
Patriots, Bucks, home game.
We'll talk about that one at the end.
Saints, Panthers.
All right, division. Let's go Saints. Let's knock these Panthers out. No.
But
I'm taking the Panthers.
But I mean, realistically, okay, yeah, the Panthers are they're 5-4. They're actually
they're playing well.
Donald's a good running back.
Donald's a good running back. Yeah, he is a very good running back. His story is interesting because he was. I want to say his freshman year at South Carolina was his best. So he's a starting running back at a South Carolina team, SEC. I think he had like 700, 600, somewhere around there as a freshman, and just never had a healthy year after that. And went undrafted, but had very good pro day numbers and was a backup for several years in Dallas, was a 1-year starter in Dallas, had over 1,000 yards. He's a violent physical runner, and he's earning, I think he's on a $3 million contract, and he's going to earn himself probably something like a 3-year, $12 million contract in this offseason.
And he's going to have another probably 1,000 yards if he stays healthy.
Yeah, he definitely will. He's what, 3rd in the NFL in rushing?
Yeah, 735.
Good for him, man. It's a cool story.
Jaguars, Texans. Is CJ out or is he back?
Concussion protocol, so we don't know. But either way, I am going to take. I'm going to take Jacksonville. They're playing good. They made that trade. I don't know how much Jacoby Myers will be able to play this week, but Jaguars need to win that game.
I think either way, Texans win, being at home.
All right.
I think they bounce back.
They bounce back and stay in the race. In the playoff hunt
in their crappy division.
Mm-hmm.
Cardinals, Seahawks. Ooh, division game. 6.5-point favorite in Seattle.
Teams know each other well. We don't know if the mayor's playing or if they're going to go Brissett. But I think either way, I think we got to go with Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle just has too many weapons, but I think it is close. I think it might be better than that 6.5. Rams 49ers.
Best matchup of the week, but along with the Bucs game.
I think Rams take that. I think Rams are a better team overall. I think the 49ers have too many injuries. I think the Rams roll it. I think
not having Bosa and Warner, I agree.
Yeah, especially with the Rams offense that they have. I think it's I think I'm doing a clean sweep. I'm taking the Rams, given the points. I think it's going to be a touchdown win, and I think it's going to be a nice high scoring game in the 50s. I think Rams roll.
All right, I like it.
Lions Commanders.
I don't think anybody's going to take
I don't think anyone's going to take Marcus Mariota.
Yep.
I think the Commanders are done.
Agree.
And I think the Lions bounce back and come up with a big win.
Yep. Bad. They don't lose twice in a row. Remember?
That's correct.
They don't lose twice in a row.
Campbell will not let that happen.
Yeah. And we talked about Goff would have been on my next tier of guys in the MVP chase. He's obviously he's also a really valuable quarterback.
Steelers Chargers. Aaron Rodgers versus Herbert.
I just heard that. So Joe Alt's out. You saw that, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
So you got neither of your starting tackles. TJ Watt. It's time to go. It's time, and then we've trashed the Steelers defense on here for several weeks. They had a great. Can they keep it going? Am I going to do it? Am I going to go back on the Steelers train? I am.
You're jumping back on?
I'm jumping back on. I am.
I like the Chargers. I like their offense. I like a lot of their players. I like McConkey.
Oh yeah.
I like Herbert, but I like Aaron Rodgers, and I like Warren. I think he's a solid running back.
Warren's a hammer. He's a hammer.
I'm taking the Steelers. I think they go out to L.A. Sunday night football game, 8:20. Aaron Rodgers likes to shine in the light.
Yeah.
And
Steelers roll. Their defense plays another good game. Shut down that you can make the Chargers one-dimensional. I know Kamani Vidal has been pretty good, but they are missing their 2 starting running backs. Now without 2 tackles, you got to make them one-dimensional, let TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith try to tee off.
And I think they'll do that.
Eagles-Packers, Monday night, good matchup. Packers at home off of a bad
2.5 point spread, favored. That's surprising to me.
I got Eagles.
Yeah, but I'm surprised that the Packers are 2.5 point spread.
That home field's probably worth 4 there.
Yeah, 32 degrees. I mean, I think
neither team is bothered by that.
No, well, yeah, because it's not windy, it's not rainy. It's just going to be.
These are 2 teams that are built for it.
I don't think.
I got Eagles. They make enough plays.
I'm going to go back with the Packers.
And then we got Pats at Bucks. I think a lot of people to start the year knew the Bucks were going to be a pretty good team. I don't think very many people would have said the Bucks will have the type of injuries they have and still be 6-2 at the bye. But I don't think there's anybody out there that thought, even the most diehard Patriots fans, I don't think would have said 7-2.
No, I don't think that at all. I think, and me as a Bucks fan going into this game, I thought it was going to be an okay Patriots team. And I think that the Bucks, I chalked this one up as a win on the schedule early on, and now it's a little questionable. Obviously, the matchup predictor is 57-42. Whew, man, New England's been looking good.
Really good. They've been playing great.
Do we get anybody back for this game? Do the Bucks get anyone back?
Gedeke and Irving, I believe. I think both of them.
But is Godwin? Is he still out?
I have not heard.
He's questionable with lower leg. Oh, man.
Wait, go back down. Estimated return, yeah. All of them are estimated to return this week, so we'll see. But Gedeke's still not activated? I heard he's playing, though.
Hey, listen, that's it.
That's a big help. He's a good pass blocker and a really good run blocker.
It changes our whole offense lineup right there.
Yep, and Reddick, obviously. Now, maybe with Nelson playing the way he did, maybe Reddick will play even better, too.
Yeah, because we're gonna need it. We need to shut down. We need to shut down Drake May.
Yep.
Stevenson he can show up.
Yeah, and Trevion Henderson obviously is a explosive running back, but that's a strength of the Bucks run defense. So, but the corners, I think with Morrison playing more, Jamel Dean's played better. I've liked what Parrish, my K-State guy's done in the slot. Antoine Winfield's having a good year. I'm going to take Bucks 24-20.
24-20. I'll be at that game.
Good.
Hopefully, I'm cheering on the Bucks to a 28-21 win.
Love it.
Let's see what happens.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Grant. Have a great week, and check out the Mac Tuesday and Wednesday.
Maction.
I know I will not be watching that UMass game. I'm not getting lured into that bad boy, but I'll be watching
Miami Redhawks at Ohio Bobcats.
And obviously, big game Thursday against UTSA against USF. Thursday, 7:30. That's going to be a fun game. So we'll be back here next Tuesday. Everyone have a great weekend, and we'll be back live 6 a.m. tomorrow. Go to Bubba Army store, Bubba Army shop, BubbaArmyMerch.com for our Bubba Army merchandise. Have a great rest of the day, everyone. See ya.